hearts full of once prideful men. Their mouths have now been emptied of their boastings. 'Cause this life is but a breath, whose vapor disappears.
Sotogrande, a gem on the Andalusian coastline, provided the perfect backdrop for the 2016 RC44 World Championship. Held from the 11th to the 15th of May, this is the second event on the 2016 tour and featured a notable lineup of some of the biggest names in sailing. With 11 teams on the start line, the competition for the World Champion crown would be fierce, and racing on the shifty waters off San Roque was no easy task. Defending champions Team Nika had no intention of giving up their title, and wrestling away with the world crown would demand perfection in a fleet where the depth of talent gave little room for mistakes. Walking on fantasy. Race day one saw the opening day of match racing unfold with a thorough soaking thanks to a depression over the Iberian Peninsula, which eventually stopped play. Just 1.5 flights raced and 2 boats on 2 wings. 2015 RC44 Fleet Racing champion Vladimir Prosikin's Team Nika and Chris Bake's Team Aqua.
I think if we can sail as well as we did in Bermuda, that's a first start. You know, we've got a few new guys on the team, the atmosphere's been great and they're working hard, and you know, it's sort of always the first question everyone wants to ask us, that this is the one event we haven't won, and we have not. We've won a lot of things in this class and we've been very successful, but it's all about putting it all together on the day over the week, and making sure that you just sort of stick to a plan and put everything in place and just sort of execute.
No, actually it's some pressure. Of course it's some pressure, and of course we want to do our best. It's a bit challenging because we changed to cruise last regatta, so the guys now are not new, but if we would have had like an extra regatta or 2, we would have done better.
Race day 2 opened the fleet racing, and the real battle for the RC44 World Championship got underway in a breeze of 20 knots, topping out at 27. Local host John Bassadone, skippering Peninsula Petroleum, opened his World Championship assault in style, scoring a second in the first and last races of the day, with a 6th place finish sandwiched in between to sit on the leaderboard second and tied with 2015 Fleet Racing champions Team Nika.
We can test the waters, oh it's high. I think we're getting close, racing through the waves. I want to be where nobody knows. So take me, baby.
Standout consistency came from Team Siref. Skipper Igor La won here 2 years ago, and with his international crew perfectly anticipating the unruly conditions, he secured a 1-2-1 scorecard to seize the lead. Race day 3 again showcased the weather for which Sotogrande is famous. 20 knots and brilliant sunshine. Home team Peninsula Petroleum knocked out another outstanding scorecard of 1-3-4 and edged into the lead by 1 point ahead of overnight leaders Team CREF. Reviewing the leaderboard at this halfway stage of fleet racing, it's no surprise to see almost all the teams counting at least one deep result. The exceptional venue provides some of the most challenging and lively conditions on the RC44 Tour. Staying consistent isn't easy.
No, it's very unpredictable. You're up there one day and there are at least 5-6 boats that can easily win the championship, and no. I'm pretty sure the guy that will win the World Championship, he will win it at the end of the last race.
The penultimate day of racing saw Sotogrande once again throw up near perfect conditions. But it was shifty in the extreme and none of the 11 teams were impervious to high scores. Slovenia's Team CREF repeated their Day 1 form, winning the first 2 races and following it up with a 4th. In the final race, they picked up a penalty and only could salvage an 8th place finish, but they still held the lead by 5 points.
So the day today was really good. So 2 wins, it's what we want to do. Tomorrow is another day, we have to be as good as possible, and that's it. And to finish in front of all others if possible.
On the final day, and in theory, any of the top 7 teams could still win the RC44 World Championship title. Despite the dockside atmosphere appearing serene and peaceful, the racetrack atmosphere was set to be high intensity. For Team CREF, the championship was theirs to lose. It didn't look good as their closest rival, Peninsula Petroleum, won the first race, whilst Team CREF came home in 6th. This levelled the scoreline between the 2 challengers. In race 2, the championship podium decider, both Team CREF and Peninsula Petroleum fought back from deep in the finish. They finished 2nd and 4th, respectively. But it was enough, and the RC44 Championship Marina de Sotogrande had a worthy winner in Igor La and his Team CREF crew.
It feels great, like the first time. Sotogrande is great. Yeah. Nothing to say else. It's really great.
Second went to Peninsula Petroleum.
You know, it was all down to the last race. I mean, we had to put a couple of boats in between, which it's always going to be hard. But yeah, today's been fantastic. You know, being 5 points behind and come out and win the first race was brilliant. So we'll take a lot from that. And yeah, I'm very, very proud of the team. We've sailed very, very well. But yeah, CREF have been even better. I mean, they've fully deserved the win, the championship. So yeah, I congratulate them because they've done a very good job.
Artemis Racing hit their stride on Saturday with the arrival of team principal Torbjorn Tonquist. Winning races on both the last 2 days, they rounded up the podium positions, finishing in 3rd. Victory celebrations kicked off on the water and finished ashore with the newly crowned 2016 RC44 World Champions receiving their prizes to warm applause. Next up, the 2016 RC44 Championship Tour moves to Great Britain and to the RC44 Portsmouth Cup from the 13th to the 17th of July.